Hello everybody and welcome back to All the Mods 10 to the Sky. This is episode 17. If you haven't seen the other episodes, you can check them out right here on my channel. If you aren't yet, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified the next time I upload. I try and upload 3 times a week, but that doesn't mean I always do. Sometimes I upload 4, sometimes I upload 2. Today is also Halloween. If you are celebrating Halloween, happy Halloween. Hopefully you get lots of candy, watch some scary movies, stuff like that. But I hope you guys enjoy the video, and enjoy your holiday. Bye, guys. Okay. Today we are going to build some of the next pieces. We need the 16M Mega Storage component for the Improbable Probability device before we get into antimatter. So, it's a lot of crafting down of items, or crafting up of items. So I need to work on getting all of that. I wrote down everything I need, and it's a lot, so we should get started, like, now. The first thing I'm going to do is I can make this, which is a flawless budding Certus quartz. They grow nowhere near as fast as everything else, but it gets me the Certus quartz crystals that I need. So my plan is to take down all of this and replace it all with the flawless Certus quartz. And the way that I do that is by making a quartz geode to start off with. So we make a bunch of quartz geodes, and then we go back over to my ender crafter, and we craft it into the flawless budding Certus quartz. I have a total of 12 that I can replace over there, so I'm going to make 12. I already put down 1, so I just need to put down 11 more. I do have that automated sand and dust sifter in here, and I'm having this do my Certus quartz dust, and this do regular Certus quartz and charged Certus quartz, just so I have some backup production. That's not going to be the main way I get it because it's slow. But the main ingredients that I need right now is redstone, Certus quartz, and silicon, and then Certus quartz dust. But the Certus quartz dust is how I make the silicon and quartz glass. Pretty much everything else I already have, but those 3 are the main components that build this entire thing, because it's just going to be a lot of presses. So currently I have the gold that I need being turned into logic circuits, and I need a lot of these. So I need 2,187 logic processors. So that means I need 2,187 printed logic circuits, 2,187 printed silicone circuits, and 2,187 pieces of redstone. So yeah, that's going to be fun. This is the highest tier one, the accumulation process, and this is really easy. It's a sky steel ingot, which is just 16 charged Certus quartz, 16 iron ingots, and 16 sky stone, and some lava. That gets you 64. The hardest part was this inscriber accumulation press, and that was just a singularity with a calculation engineering presses. And we know how to get the singularities. That's 64 matter balls in lava, or we can compress it in automatically over here, but it's just 64 matter balls, and matter balls are just dumping cobblestone in here set to condense. So this is currently making me all the gold. Every other tier besides the first tier takes calculation presses instead of gold, the logic press. So I just, the next step is also way less, because I only need 729 calculation processors. So this is going to be a lot faster for the calculation ones, but that still means I need a bunch of Certus quartz, because that's what you make the calculation ones out of. I do also still have liquid meat in here that I can't do anything with except put into a bucket, and I have no reason to do that. I shut down my animal thing over here because there were so many animals and they were escaping and getting over here. But now my base is so large that when I'm at one end of it, the other end is now loaded to spawn animals. So I just permanently have animals all over my base. And it's just something I have to deal with now. The other thing that we can do today is get at least 3 more data models. I figured out how to get the Vindicator and Evoker data models, I believe. I will start a raid in my world. We will get to that in just a second. I want to see if I have enough Draconic Dust. We're getting close. 1 more Draconic Dust, and we have the next piece for the next part of the ATM star. Because that is one of the last things for the Dragon Soul. Because once I get this inactive Dragon Egg, then it's just the Chaotic Core and Chaotic Energy Controller, and we have everything else. So, I still need to figure out how we're going to kill the Chaos Dragon. Because even with all of my unobtainium, high prot, high hit points armor, I get like 3 shot by the Chaos Dragon. So I might have to look into the mecha suit from Mechanism. That might be my next option. I'll dig into it a little bit, look into it, because if I don't have to build the mecha suit, then I'm not going to. I don't know if I can make the mecha suit Apotheosis, which means that I would lose quite a few of the hearts that I have, because most of my hearts are from my armor. I'm getting, like, I haven't done the math, but I'm getting so many hearts from everything, it's insane. The only thing that I can't get hearts from right now are shields, because I have banned myself from using shields because I had to cheat to save my world, so I didn't have to restart. And I felt like that warranted a punishment. So no shields and no time in a bottle anymore. That is all behind us. Alrighty, all of the logic presses are done, the logic circuits. So let's focus in on the silicon next. I don't think I have enough silicon as it is. No, I have 19. But I can make another 500 or so. The raw silicon from Oritech is made from regular nether quartz dust and sand. So I made a bunch of this because I thought it would be easier, but it's actually quite a bit easier just to get the Certus quartz dust to make silicon. So I can make some of the required silicon, but not all of it. So let me make sure that I have everything I need. I need Certus quartz dust to make the flawless budding Certus quartz. Right here, budding quartz geore, Certus quartz dust, flawless budding Certus quartz. And then I need the silicon press. Not silicon, silicon. Inscriber press. 598. That's not going to be enough. Let me make stack upgrades so that we can lessen how much is in that chest over there. Just going to do iron. I don't need any higher than that. This is a temporary setup. But this chest down here, we're going to compress them down, just so that I can fit everything in here before I start piecing everything together. Let us make the last 2 quartz. Sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place. There's so many things I want to do today. I don't know which one to focus in on. So we are also close to finishing up all the pellets we need. We have 6 more. 7 more fluorite. And then we are done. And then we can start producing and storing polonium instead. So the way that I want to do that is we're just going to store it in these barrels, the radioactive waste barrels, because these can't, it doesn't like dissolve in here. So like in this one, there's spent nuclear waste, but it destroys it so that it's not in my world anymore, so that it doesn't have a chance of irradiating me. The polonium and plutonium you can't do that with. So it just sits in that barrel. And I'm pretty sure I can export out of that barrel. I threw my pressurized tubes in here before I tested it. But I'm pretty sure I can put one on the side of the barrel here, or is it the top? Yeah, I can export out of the top, looks like. Yes, fantastic. And then very, very carefully, we're going to break it. Okay. Last time I broke something without being careful, I irradiated my entire world. So, just trying to avoid doing that this time. We're going to put this here, we're going to disconnect it. Doesn't want to get rid of the plutonium. So I need to shut off the plutonium before I can do that. I forget that I can't actually like fly around in here. It's a little too short. These cables look like there's enough space between everything, but there just isn't. Okay, let's shut off the plutonium for a second. We will disconnect those so that's empty. And then reconnect the plutonium. Between streams, this tube ended up filling with nuclear waste instead, so I had to take some time just before stream to pipe that nuclear waste down into the barrels underneath, and then break all the cables without spilling any nuclear waste to pump the plutonium in here. So we can hook up this pipe right here so that these will just fill with polonium. And then once these destroy all the nuclear waste, we can put them on the end and hold more plutonium. And then that polonium will end up into our SPS once I build it. But it does take a lot of materials to build. But hopefully I did my math right. And once it finishes up, all of this will be what is required for the SPS. And then we can start producing antimatter. The most difficult part will be powering it. So I will need to figure that out. I am thinking that I might possibly just build like 8 nitro reactors from Powa and see if that works. Because if not, I'll have to go into mechanism power generation, which is what this is supposed to be used for, but I just trash all of the pressure, the steam that comes out. Looks like we're still keeping up on fissile fuel. And let us do the last one of those, and I will go double check my fissile fuel and see how far it is from failing. So currently we have 205 buckets of that, and 278 buckets of that. So yeah, we're still doing good. We've got plenty of fissile fuel just on backup. If this pipe ever gets low, I just need to come in here with a bunch of uranium and it'll take care of it from there. The other 2 sections are automated. This one is getting sulfur, and this one is getting the fluorite, and we're getting a lot more fluorite than we are sulfur. which is, I think, a little funny, but, you know, the system works as fast as it works. I can't really control that. Alright, 11 more. And this one needs to craft. It doesn't just, I can't just click it out, unfortunately. It'd be easier, but I have an almost maxed Ender alternator, so I don't really care. It's not even almost maxed. I'm missing like 49 of them because I realized that it's 6 by 7 by 7 instead of 7 by 7 by 7. Because I miscounted when I was building it the first time. Okay, we'll go through and we'll break all these, because I have enough of these resources, I shouldn't need these Geors. And if I do, I can just place them back down. Now it's focusing only on that one. Okay. 12 of these Geors, and it is set to not make the silicon. So this is an auto-smelting pickaxe, and if it mines the not fully grown Certus quartz, that drops Certus quartz dust, but because it's auto-smelting, it turns that dust directly into silicon, but I need the crystals more than I need the silicon. So we will just let it do what it wants to do. Yeah, it gave me 20 Certus quartz dust. So we will, in here, also tell it to not make that. So that it will only mine the ones that are fully grown, so that it gives me these Certus quartz crystals. So, okay, that's done. We will shut off the nuclear waste going to the isotopic centrifuge, and we will turn back on the solar neutron activator. And now, that should be piping polonium out the front, down into these barrels. And these barrels should be able to hold like 24,000 millibuckets. 512 buckets. So I have 4 of them right there. So that's like 2,000-ish, 2,048 buckets. My HDPE is entirely backed up, but that's fine. We will sleep. The solar neutron activator only works during the daytime, which is the most annoying and frustrating part of it. So I do have to constantly be sleeping to keep it powered so I can get my polonium. And I guess I should double check that it's polonium, because I've made that mistake before. I will need a chemical crystallizer that holds the antimatter, because I need that. But antimatter, yes, polonium, not plutonium. I'm making the right one. Yeah, I need millions of Fe per tick. And thousands of buckets of nuclear waste. It is going to be so much. It's going to be kind of ridiculously a lot, to be honest, but it's required for the mod pack. And that's not even the hard part. It's just a lot of waiting. Like, some of the other things were, like, way more difficult. But right now, all I need is Chaos Shards. But I need to kill the Chaos Dragon, and I need to figure that out. So, right now, the whole rest of this mod pack is going to be a lot of waiting, which is why I'm doing these models. And the way that I figured out how to get the Vindicator and Evoker models is to start a raid on my world. And the way that I'm going to do that is I either need a villager or a whole village. And I need Bad Omen. So I can get Bad Omen as a chance from killing a possessed witch from occultism. And this ritual is incredibly easy. I just need the Foliot books. Binding of the Foliot. I have one. We can try it with one and see if it works. I need one red mushroom, one brown mushroom. Not that one, this one. That's a whole other thing that I'm going to try out and see if it works. A bottle and a redstone. And then I need to sacrifice a chicken. Let me grab some seeds. I know that I had at least one chicken around here. Unless it jumped off the edge. Well, there's one. Come with me, chicken. We're gonna have some fun over here. So, we've got redstone, brown mushroom, red mushroom, and bottle. I did make this ritual between streams. We're gonna put this in my offhand, and we're gonna bind it with a Foliot. Come here, my chicken. Come here. Come within the ritual circle. Bam! Sacrificed a chicken. Now we're doing soul sacrifices. So that's fun. So we will wait for this witch to come in, and then we will kill her and hope we get the bottle. The ritual can spawn more, like, she can drop more than just the Bad Omen potion. Yeah, she dropped bottles of enchanting instead. So let me make a bunch of the Foliot books. We'll make 6 more just in case. And then we need to make these Foliot books. And then I just need my occultism book. The Dictionary of Spirits. And I need the mushrooms. Can only do this 8 more times. I can do my mushroom predictions, that's fine. And then bottles. And redstone. And then I just need chicken eggs, which I can buy from the market over here. Chicken spawn eggs, please. Give me 64. Yay! Now this is going to be a lot faster. Let's make 2 more Book of Bound Foliot. I need the rest of this in here before I can even click on that, which is a little annoying, but I do understand. Foliot and chicken. And then we wait. So this is the only way I could figure out, is that hopefully it spawns from a raid, because I need Bad Omen to start a raid, but I also need a village, but I can summon a village using Ars Nouveau, and this is a really easy recipe. It's just 3 archwood saplings, an archwood log, a diamond block, nope, that was a honey bottle, and a block of amethyst and a blaze rod. So I have all of that already. It's super easy, so I don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it too much. It does take a full source jar to do, so I did fill up a source jar. Or 4, I think. So the source, yeah, I've got 5 full source jars. And the way that I did that is that you just throw it down next to the volcanic one, you just throw a bunch of archwood logs on there, and you just wait. And it just creates source. You know, no problem, easy to make. And I just did that, where we'll bring a jar over after making the tablet and we'll start the ritual. Nothing, another honey bottle. So we'll do this a couple times and just hope. I need more bound folio books, so we'll make 4 more. And then we will sacrifice a chicken. I am getting cooked chicken from this. Can throw those in my backpack to eat when I run out of baked potatoes eventually. If I can run out of baked potatoes, I've got like 600 of them in here. 843, because I made some more between videos. Okay, wait for the witch to spawn in. Not fall off the edge. And I got like 6 honey bottles. That's my looting activating. And then foliot. And chicken. And we wait. It's just a lot of waiting, which is why I didn't really want to do it this way, but it's the only way that I can find for me to get Bad Omen. And I need Bad Omen to start a raid. So, we just do what we do. I've also hopefully placed the little summoner altar far enough away that they're not spawning in my base. Just on the island. Got a bunch more honey bottles. You know, it might be worth it to use my bow because I'm looting 8 instead of looting 5. Maybe we'll give that a try on this one. Chicken, sword, and then we will stand over here with an arrow knocked. And we will just shoot the witch. Burn the witch. Because I've got flame arrows. Pew. Okay. Burning the red mushroom now. Now we're burning the book. We will... Nope, she dropped honey bottles again. Alright, I've got 3 more tries. But we will try that again in a second. I want to spawn the village. So we're going to do the Tablet of Conjure Island Village. And then I want... Oh, I shouldn't have erased those, but whatever, it's fine. I want source jars. That's what I was already looking at. I don't know why I deleted it and put it back. So we will fly over here. This pedestal right here. This ritual brazier. We will put it down. Activate it. And put down a source jar. There we go. And it's going to do it one area at a time. That's the other reason it's so far away, is that I didn't want it to break into my base. So yeah, it goes layer by layer, and it builds these. Which, if you're in a world that you don't have mystical agriculture, so you're not able to use the dirt seeds, this is a really good way of making dirt. Because this entire island is mineable. And it's got these cute little houses, archwood trees. Yeah, it's, and that's the important part. 3 villagers. This one I can trade sticks for emeralds or emeralds for arrows, and this guy is unemployed. Mobs can spawn here, so we're gonna light it up. Because I would rather not have my villagers killed by zombies. Because I do need them. I need at least 1 villager alive to be able to start a raid. Jeez, their houses aren't even safe. They build these houses and they just don't put a block that stops the mobs from spawning. That just seems irresponsible. This one's got an arcane core in his house. This one's got nothing except the gold sconces with the mage lights on top. This guy's got a fletching table. And then let us go sleep. Sleep the night away. And then we'll kill some more witches, I guess. It is a chance to drop. So, it's one of the 3 things that can drop, and I've gotten honey bottles every time. Is it because of my high level of looting? Like, honey is supposed to be the best thing you can get from them, maybe? Alright, we're at 10,000 Certus Quartz. I need about 12.7 thousand. So, we're getting there. Alrighty. Mushroom, redstone, bottle, book, and chicken. And then it'll spawn them in. Alrighty. That was the last foliate book I had, so I can make more if this doesn't give me the ominous bottle. I'm gonna kill her with my pickaxe. My pickaxe has no looting level on it, but I don't want to use my axe because it gives ancient knowledge, which would delete her drops. There we go. I made just enough. Alrighty. That is exactly what I was looking for. So now I can drink this and start a raid on that island over there. And then, they don't have a bell, though. I can't craft it, but I can do I have to sacrifice a goat to get a bell. That is ridiculous. And do a high level Osirin's Unbound Calling. So no bell for me, I guess. But we will start a raid. Come on. This should start a raid. I'm in a village. I'm near villagers. This guy's roof despawns when you're in his house. And my bad omen is wearing off? Oh no, it turned my bad omen into raid omen. Got it. That's what happened. I was so confused. I was like, why is my bad omen wearing off? I had like an hour and 4 minutes on the raid. I need model frameworks if I'm gonna do this. And my deep mob learner. I am forgetting the reason behind these things. Jeez. Can I? No, he doesn't have one. These are all crossbowmen. Those are villagers. Is it just these 4 guys right now? Well, one of them just killed his friend. I got bad omen again. Okay, this guy is the one with the axe. I need him. Yes. Vindicator. Can go in here. You guys don't do anything. Okay, there's 2 more raid enemies. Did they spawn in the village this time? No. Oh, did they go into my nether portal? I'm gonna be pissed if they went in my nether portal. No, that's 2 sheep. I doubt they're the raiders. Alrighty. Does it count the malevolent souls as raiders? It'd be funny if they did, because they don't do anything. Yeah, you. No, I hear him. I just... There he is. No, I need to get a kill on you. Dang it. That doesn't count towards my model framework when they do that. I'm gonna guess the other one's stuck on an edge somewhere. There you are. Yes, spawn more in. I need one more Vindicator, and then I need Evoker. There's no Evokers. He just ruined my crops. Okay, I can't use my bow while I'm holding the deep model framework. Alrighty. Those are witches. That's not what I need. That's my model framework done. I might have to do another... There are higher level bottles of stuff. I might have to get one of those. Is there an evoker in there? Let's see one. Here, crossbow guy. Indicator. Crossbowman. I guess you're a Vindicator too. I need an evoker. Is that the end of the raid? Didn't get the evoker. So I'll have to spawn another raid. Which is fine. I do not need this, this, or this. Okay, so I just need to get another one of those bottles. So let me get more books. And get my mushroom back on here. So that I can get more mushroom blocks going. And then I need the bottles. I need the mushrooms. And redstone. And then make the foliot books. I'm out of blue dye. How funny. There you go, blue dye. Never run out again. And then I need my Book of Spirits. Dictionary of Spirits, whatever. And my chickens! Can't forget the chickens. I just also need to remember that I need to do it with the pickaxe so that there's no looting on it. Summon it in. Chicken. Okay. Got her smacker with a pickaxe. I might need a higher level. I think I can level it up. Somehow. No? Okay. Bottle of Enchanting. Okay. Because there are multiple levels. Bad Omen 2. Bad Omen 3, Bad Omen 4, Bad Omen 5. But I can't, like, craft a potion of Bad Omen. I got a water bottle from that one. Not even on the list of things that can drop. So, I'm out of mushrooms. So, let's see how the mushroom one is doing. Okay. Make me 16 red mushrooms and 16 brown mushrooms. Thank you. And then I can take it offline, because I do not need a bunch of mushrooms right now. But I can throw in my Vindicator one to get that started. And then we will do another witch. Okay. More demonic rituals. I'm sure there are a lot of useful rituals in this mod, but I only do what's required. So, if I don't have like a goal in mind, like a set goal, quest line, stuff like that, I don't tend to play a game. That was another bottle of enchanting. But also at the same time, I'm too ADHD to sit there and like read all the lore. But if I force myself to, I tend to have a good time. The thought of sitting down and listening or reading to a game for hours instead of playing like the action of it, it seems strange to me, which is why I've never been able to get into Skyrim, but I am trying to force myself to do that. There is a mod pack I was considering doing for, once we're done with this, that is super lore heavy. Like, it's got the quest book and all that stuff, but it's like all the quests are building off of each other and there's a lore to the whole thing. And I was like, if I force myself to do that, would I have a good time or would I hate the mod pack? But it would be Stone Block 4. I didn't like Stone Block 3. And I never played 1 or 2, but I did watch people play it, and I thought it looked pretty good. And the only reason I didn't like 3 is because there wasn't a quest line. So I was just thrown in. It's like, great, figure it out. Like, I want a set. I got 11 ominous bottles. There we go. That's why you use looting. Let's go. Alright. But yeah, if I don't have a quest line, it kind of feels like there's not a reason to play it. Like, the game can be fun without a quest line. I'm not saying that a game has to have a quest line to be fun, but with a game that you're like on a skyblock and you start from nothing, build up to everything is like you kind of need an end goal. Otherwise, you're just kind of just doing stuff. Like right now, I have a goal, but that's because they don't give me a goal here in this mod. So there's not a lot to do because the main quest line ends here. Like, that's it. So I'm just using the final quest that is given in every other version of this mod pack. I did play all the mods 9 to the sky and all the mods 6 to the sky. Or not 9, just 6 and I think 7. And those had the final goal of making the ATM star. Like, that was the whole point of doing the mod pack, and you got the ATM star. So I feel like this one should be the ATM star as well. The zombified piglins have pumpkins on their head because it's Halloween. That's festive. Happy Halloween, you guys, as well. Like, you know, Halloween is today. Eat some candy, watch some horror movies, whatever your holiday tradition is. My family's tradition is we eat donuts, drink hot or cold apple cider, watch either horror movies or Harry Potter, because most of my family traditions surround watching movies with the family, because we never do stuff together. So, yeah, we sit down and we watch a movie together as our holiday traditions. Alright, I don't think this raid is going to do it. I might have to drink multiple and see if my thing goes up. Because I don't think they spawn in level 1 raids. I'm not a vanilla Minecraft player, so I don't 100% know. But I'm pretty sure raids don't have evokers in them with level 1 raids. I could be wrong, it might spawn in. But we'll see. Indicator, which no, just the crossbow pillagers. Okay. Yeah, I got nothing out of that. I got a pillager charm and a vindicator soul. Because that's useful. And then the rest of this can be thrown off the edge. I know it's a waste to throw out all of the apotheosis stuff, but I don't have a purpose for it. So let's fly over here and drink 1. That gives me bad omen. If I drink a second one, it's still just regular bad omen. I don't know. Let me Google it. Do evokers spawn in raids? It could be because of my world difficulty. Yep. They don't spawn in normal difficulty. They only spawn in hard difficulty. So we'll switch over to hard for a minute. Do the raid. Get an evoker. Go from there. I can't believe my difficulty. Like, I'm not even playing on, like, easy mode. I'm playing on normal. Because I'm a normie. Oh yeah, this right here. If you put a flawless budding Certus quartz underneath an extractor, you get the Certus quartz dust. So I have that automated in like 3 locations now. Alright, here's our raid. Let us hopefully get an evoker. It says that they only spawn level wave 5 raids and above. Let me take this out of my offhand so I can just shoot these guys. Knocked him off an edge. There he is. Stop killing the pigs. There you go. That's so weird. Let me change this to target all hostile. So that it stops swerving off to go fight some poor defenseless animal. You guys are just vindicators. I don't need you. Why do they run away from me? They don't want to fight. It's so weird. Yeah, I'm gonna do some baking once I'm done here. I'm gonna make some Texas Roadhouse rolls. And then I'm gonna watch a movie and eat so much candy. I'm gonna be sick in the house. That's my kind of Halloween, though. I am a candy fiend. The only reason to do anything on Halloween is candy, in my opinion. You know, obviously there are traditions. Go see if there's cool decorations and stuff. See who decorated. See who didn't. Hello. I can't really talk about who didn't. My family barely decorates. My house has nothing. But, you know, it's the holidays for the kids. So try and do something with it. Dress up, candy. Yes, that means there's an evoker. You. Yes. Okay. Alrighty. My plan is working. Alright, where are they spawning this time? Over here again. Alright, one more and we're done. I'm getting Totems of Undying as well. That'll be useful. Let me throw a couple things into my inventory. I don't need most of this. Yes! Got the evoker. Come on. I hate Vexes. I mean, I'm doing the same thing with my arrows, just passing through walls. So, you know, can't really blame them. Doesn't mean I like it, though. And then everything else, off the edge. Alright. We have 2 more data models to go. So, that's the Vindicator. Let's do the Evoker. The Vindicator predictions are useless. Emeralds and axes. I guess the emeralds could be useful if you don't have a way to get them, but I have infinite emeralds. I've got so many in here. Alright, we've got enough Certus quartz. We can start making the calculation processors. I did forget to write down how many total I need. Just how much Certus quartz I needed. So let me do that real fast. Just some quick math. Okay. I don't know where I got 12,000 from, because redoing my math, I don't need nearly that much. Like, it's close. It's off by about 3,000. I don't know. Screwed up my math somewhere. But we will just make as many calculation processors as I need. And that is 1,080. So in here, I need my calculation processor. Okay. Let me get calculation. Where's my... accumulation in silicone and logic? Did it eat my calculation press? That would suck, unless I left it over here. No. In my backpack? No. It's not in my utility vest. Weird. Okay, guess I'm making a new one. Iron plate. Charged Certus quartz and skystone. Okay. We will make a new one. Throw all those in there. Get it. Calculation press. And the Certus quartz. That'll go in and be produced. And then I just need the silicone ones. So that takes the dust. Let's go grab all the dust I have and see how much we can make. I also need the dust for quartz glass. So that would be the next part as well. I can take the pickaxe. One of these doesn't have auto smelter. So this one doesn't have auto smelter. So we can go in here. And then in here, grab a Certus Quartz crystal and swap these. Doesn't auto smelt, so we will tell it to avoid anything that drops Certus Quartz crystal, remove the quartz dust from it, and then we will vein mine this. Okay, it's not fast enough to do it, but it is doing it. Can I speed it up at all? It's at 1 tick, so no. Alrighty. Hi, Mr. Wandering Trader, you just missed all the excitement. Get rid of him. Okay, we will instead remove silicone from it and remove Certus Quartz and just let it mine, and it will give me silicon, dust, and Certus Quartz crystals. I can turn the crystals into dust, so I'm not too worried about it. But we can see. Yeah. Well, it won't get us dust, but it will get us silicon. Which is fine. That's okay. We can work with that. I think I threw all the dust in here. So I have 2,000 dust. That I will turn into silicon. And then we will go from there to see how much silicon we have. I need 3,280 silicon. So I need all 2,000 and some odd I have in here, plus another 1,000 or so. So let's double check how much silicon I have. 2,640. I have another 200-ish in here, and some more Certus Quartz dust. We'll turn that into silicon. That's just over 3,000, but it's not enough. So I do need the Certus Quartz dust. Is there more ways? I can do it from here. So let me... That's the easy way. Let me just grab a bunch of this. Throw it in my mechanism crusher over here that I actually have right here. Right? No, it's still over here. And I have regular quartz dust in here. I forgot about that. The regular quartz dust I was making to make the silicon blend. And then, yeah. And then, of course, I'll need a bunch of redstone. But I already have a bunch of redstone, so I'm not that concerned about it. Like, that is no problem. This crusher here... I could upgrade the crushing factory. I think it increases its speed, but it also... Like, I would do, instead of 5 at a time, I would do 7 at a time, and then if I upgraded it one further, I would be doing 9 at a time. Okay. So, we will do this. I think this should be enough. Certus Quartz dust. For the silicon, anyway. 448? Yeah, that should be enough. 3,400. I need 3,200. So yeah, we are good. So I need to leave in here 205 silicon. If I go over, it's not the end of the world. Let me throw a bunch of Certus quartz into my system, because I will need it for some of the crafts. I need like 8,000 of it for one of the crafts. So we will just grab way more than that, because we're mining a bunch of it. 20,000. That'll work. I am going to need a bunch more redstone in my system. I have a bunch of redstone out here. It's just not connected up into my system. So we'll fix that. And I need the same for redstone. I need like 14,000 redstone. 15,000. That'll do. So let me grab the silicon. I need the inscriber silicon press first, because this should be getting up there. Yeah. So we will throw this down here. It's going to take a second to go through all of that, and then I'll transfer all the silicon over. So, in the meantime, we can start working on the next data model I want to try and get. I want to see if the possessed hoglin that I can summon here counts for the data model. So I need the Pasuk's Convocation. So I need my spirit dictionary. I'm going to need more spirit-attuned crystals. We'll just make a bunch of those. I need netherrack. I have a bunch more of that. I need raw pork chop and leather. But I do also need this. Raw pork chop and leather. Okay. Over here, we'll grab a stack of netherrack. But I also need a different... I need the Book of Binding Afreet. So let me make some more books. We'll do 16. And then I don't know how I make yellow dye. So I will need to figure that out. Because I can't make any of those. Can I make the fuse stick? No. Okay. What kind of options do I have? In the mechanical squeezer, it turns into 4 with a chance of getting 2 extra. That's not enough. Do I have any sunflowers? I do. Okay, let me grab some bone meal and see if I can do the flower trick on sunflowers. I can! Fantastic. Okay. We're gonna make an even 32. And then throw the one I used back into the system. Sleep. And then we will go crush up some yellow dye to make these books. At least the books are still just super easy. My mechanical squeezer is not down. Hold on. I gotta go grab it back from my system. Squeezer. Mechanical. Was it another one of my machines that just disappeared? I think so. I know I had one, but at some point a couple of my smaller machines disappeared when I was moving stuff around. No, it's over here now. Okay. Good. I'm not going crazy. Alright, bunch of yellow dye. Now we need the Book of Binding Afrit. And then we need Pasuk's, this one, Pasuk's Convocation. Oh, this one's big. I'm gonna need to build out a little bit. And I'm gonna need to move some stuff. Okay, let me get the packing tape so I can move that chest. Packing tape. Wrap up the whole chest. Break it. Oak netherite chest. We will throw it right here. Okay, so we will... Oh, it's an axe. Hold on. There we go. Okay, we need to break a bunch of stuff, including the candles, because they're not in the right spots. My bowls. And then I'm going to need the bowls from this one, and probably the candles from this one as well. So, I will need my chalk. I will need some blocks. Chalk. Chalk brush, and all of the colors of my chalk. And we will just erase everything. Oh, I need orange chalk and red chalk as well. Shouldn't be too hard to get. Most of the chalks are pretty easy. Or they were easy when I got them. So let's go see what orange chalk and red chalk requires, so that I can actually make this ritual. I just want to finish wiping up all of this chalk that's already on the ground. Okay. Okay, that's all cleaned up. I need red chalk and orange chalk, but I'm pretty sure I have every other kind of chalk. Yellow, white, lime, and I just need red and orange. Okay. Shouldn't be too difficult. Red chalk. The impure red chalk needs Afrit, essence, and torch flower. So I need the Kandar's Opened Conjure with an Afrit book. I need Isnium, Flint and Steel, Gunpowder, Netherrack. What ritual do I have right here? Doesn't really tell me. I mean, I need the candles down. This is Hedron's Lure. So let's do the other one over here. Grab my Book of Spirits, unvisualize that. I need the other one. Circle, Affect Calling, Kandar's Open Conjure. This is another massive one. So I need to do it like here. This still requires orange though. So let's hold on the red chalk. So I need this ritual here. I also need torch flowers somehow. So I need to sieve some dirt, I guess. But orange chalk. I need cursed honey. which I get from Summon Possessed Bee. And I need the Gin Binding. Okay, I just need a bunch of honey. Okay. So, forget this. We first need... What ritual is this one? Ithgam's Enthrallment. We will put it right here. And we will undo all of this. I think it still used the same yellow and white, so this is a waste. But it's fine. And 8 candles. I have 8 candles. That's okay. No, more than that. 1, 2, 3... No, 8 candles. I was right. Okay. Let's do this. White chalk, white chalk, white chalk, white chalk, white chalk, white chalk, white chalk. Yellow chalk. And yellow, 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 yellow. No, not there. And then lime. And then we're just gonna do it with netherrack. It breaks the whole theme I had going, but it's fine. And skulls. And then the candles. I put the chalk in the wrong spot. This is light gray. This is supposed to be light gray. This one's supposed to be white. This one's supposed to be light gray. Okay. Okay. Now we can put the sacrificial bowl back down. And we have the ritual. Alright. That's the end of that. Now, I should have everything else for this. I do need impure white chalk. I need 2 more. So... I need burnt otherstone again. It means I need diorite, I think. Burnt otherstone. I need regular burnt otherstone, so I need andesite. Just craft me some andesite. There we go. Otherstone. Melt it, and then melt it again, burn it, burn otherstone. 1 more impure white chalk. Okay. Should have everything else. Yep. Don't have torch flower. Do I have torch flower seeds? No. So I will have to go through and I will need to sieve some dirt. Woo. Netherite mesh is a 22% chance. Fantastic. Okay. Now for this bee ritual that I need for the cursed honey. I need a honey block, a honey bottle, honeycomb block. So we will look up honey. I need a honeycomb, a honey block. I forget that that's not how you make a honeycomb block. Honey block, honey bottle, honeycomb block, honeycomb. I need a Book of Summoning Djinn, not the Afreet ones that I have. Okay. And the Djinn is with purple dye. So, yeah, Djinn, I need purple dye. We can use some source berries. I should just only need one. Okay. Imbue it with a Djinn. I don't have any of the bowls down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Honey block. Honey bottle. Honeycomb block. Honeycomb. Djinn. I need to sacrifice a chicken. These demons and their chicken sacrifice. That must like KFC. Chicken. And then I just need to kill the bee that spawns. You know, it's fit for, well, on, you know, All Hallows Eve, I'm summoning demons and committing sacrifices and killing loads and loads of animals. Speaking of which, I can take the Evoker model out of here now. I can make Totems of Undying out of these? Do that. Hold on, I need one in my inventory, though. We are making that. 100%. I can make Totems of Undying into charms that I can put in my charm slots, which means I don't die. Which is fantastic. Summon the bee. You like jazz? Possessed bee. He's dead. Okay, let's go make some orange chalk. Impure orange chalk. Got it. Now to do the next ritual, which means I will be taking down the ritual that is currently up. I need all the skulls and candles from this one. Okay. Now we need to summon an unbound Ifrit with the Kandar's Open Conjure. That one's this one. And that goes right here, I think. Yeah, I can make that work. So we need to remove these. That one's going to be lime anyway, so that's fine. Remove this torch. I need a block there and a block here. Remove this pipe. Remove this torch. No, it's underneath that, so I need to shift it over one block. That's annoying. Okay. Right there. So now I need this cable gun too. And then we're building here and here instead, but I still need that block there. And now I can build out where this goes and this goes. And one right here. Remove the chalk there. Okay. We'll run back over here and throw in the impure orange chalk to get the orange chalk. We will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Lots and lots of orange. I am so thankful that I don't have to make sure that the symbols match, because that would be hell on earth. Just make a circle. That one will have to go, because that's where a candle goes. That torch needs to go. Okay, and then is this gray or white? It's white, okay. Okay, we're getting there. The sacrifice bowl, the candles, and then the skulls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing 17. I need regular gray chalk. Sorry, spelled the other way. Gray chalk. Okay, just gray paste. I need a higher binding. And a gin. Let me take a look at it. It's a big one. Yeah, it's a big one. So, undo everything I just did again. We're building this one. All y'all come down now. But I only need to mess with the ones within the circle. So I shouldn't need to mess with the orange. I'm still using integrated dynamics because then I don't have to worry about power, and I'm not worried about auto crafting. So I'm close to getting the ATM star, and then I'm ending the mod pack there. So I'm like, why would I upgrade a system that works? So it's better than me just running around looking in chests, because I did that for a while. That's way worse. Auto crafting isn't that useful for me, so I just don't use it. If they had refined storage, I would have used refined storage, but it's just AE2, and I kind of despise AE2, so I'm not using it. And my reasoning for hating AE2 is a very arbitrary reason. And it is that I hate the fact that there are types in its storage. So we'll do light gray here. That's white, light gray, light gray, light gray. And then we'll do the white one. Okay, and then purple. I just tore this ritual down, too. Okay. Okay. There's all the purple. Now the green, well, lime. Alrighty. miss the purple inside here? Yes, I did. Okay. I don't know how I missed that. I don't know if the orange chalk is messing with it or not. But let's put down the skulls and candles and see how we're doing. I do need this skull. That there, and then the candles. And then the ritual bowl. Okay, fantastic. I need 4 little things there. I need gray paste. I remember grabbing those for a quest. I just never made the gray paste because the quest never told me to. Never even mentioned that gray paste was a requirement. So, clay, gray, gunpowder, phantom. Gunpowder, phantom membrane. Alright. Phantom membrane, clay ball, gray dye, and gunpowder. And then I need another summoning of Freet. Means I need more purple dye. Summon a Freet. This is Jin. I did do the right one. Okay. I have the Ifrit ones over here. I made the right one while saying the wrong thing. Crafting gray paste. Alright. You say that in the mods config I can speed it up. Occultism. Config. Client settings. Miscellaneous settings. Visual settings. Those are glyph colors, not that one. Server settings. Ritual settings. So if we set it to 0.25, should be 4 times faster. Still pretty slow though. Let's speed it up a little bit. Speed it up a little bit more. So 0.25, so we'll do 0.0125. No, apparently it won't let me do that. We'll just do 0.05. We'll see how fast that is. Pretty fast. Thank you, Rockstar. Gray paste. Impure gray chalk. Gray chalk. Okay. Now we will break this again. Grab my Dictionary of Spirits. And I need... Oh, which one was it that I needed? Opened Conjure. This one. Let me break everything and redo the ritual. For like the 4th time. Okay. Okay, it is still lime. I don't need, like, green or anything. We'll just erase all of my little marks here. Because I don't need these, and they will just interrupt my ritual. So get rid of them. I guess I don't need to get rid of the lime ones that were already up here, technically. But better safe than sorry. Just erase everything and put it all back down. So, gray, there and there. Just like can't see it against my red floor. We'll do purple. Actually, I don't think there was any purple. We'll do the lime one. Not there. Okay. All this to make red chalk. Also, I can summon a Hoglin that might do what I need it to do. I don't even know. It probably won't because it's its own separate egg. But, you know, I'll just give it a try. I know that there's a much easier way to get Hoglins if it doesn't work. I just need to build, like, a platform in the nether for them to spawn in. Okay. Let's put down the skulls. And the torch candles. Not torches. And the ritual bowl. And we got it. Alrighty. I need 4 bowls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then we need Isnium, flint and steel, gunpowder, netherrack. I have netherrack. Let's go get some Isnium. Apparently I don't have any. What did I do with it then? Let me figure out how I make Ismium then. Do I need the ore? Ancient debris. That's right. I was like, I completed the quest, so I did have Isnium at one point. Alrighty. Isnium ore. Smelt that. Alright. Isnium ingot. Flint and steel. And gunpowder. Alrighty. And then create a book of Afrit summoning. Does need the sacrifice of a cow. That's okay, I can make infinite diamonds. So, give me some diamonds, give me like 64 cow eggs. Great. Bop, bop. And then when the Ifrit spawns in, we just kill it. Ifrit essence, which is exactly what I needed. Now I need to sieve a bunch of dirt, which is kind of frustrating, but it's fine. So, we're just going to throw everything back in here, and I will pull it back out when I need it. Because I'm tired of the clutter in my inventory from doing these rituals. Okay. Now, to make this, I need another impure white chalk. And I need a torch flower, which means I need torch flower seeds, which means I need to sieve some dirt. So let me grab my sieve. Let me grab a mesh. Another mesh will do just fine. Sieve, mesh, dirt. Not coarse dirt, regular dirt. Okay, I'm gonna get a bunch of pebbles, and a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. Torch flower seeds, fantastic. That is exactly what I need. Stop. Okay. I can't plant it, but I can put it in one of my botany pots. Alrighty. I'm fine with this being all backed up and my base being ugly. My girlfriend keeps telling me that I need to build something pretty because it looks like a mess and it's ugly, and she would rip it down. And I told her to mind her own business. Not actually. No, she told me that it needs to be redone because it's not pretty, and I told her I don't do pretty, I build functional. And she was like, it's barely functional, you have to run all over the place. And I was like, if I can make it work, that's working. 38 Totems of Undying. Let me just set the evoker to just make an infinite number of those, because that is a good spot to be. Torch flower. You can turn it into orange dye, but that's not what I'm doing with it. Impure red chalk. Red chalk. Okay. Now I need my Book of Spirits. I need all of my chalk. And my chalk brush. And I need the bulbs. I also need a bunch of blocks. So we're gonna build with Viridian. And not Oakum. The Oakum looks horrible. So, Dictionary of Spirits. I need Pasuk's Convocation. I want to put it right here. That should be fine. Yeah, it just reaches the same distance as the stuff that I just did. Okay, fantastic. Now I will go around collecting all of my candles and skulls, which just need to be in reversed locations, but whatever they require. I'm gonna get rid of the bowls here, and then go through and get rid of all of the chalk. That doesn't go there. I can't tell what goes where, so I'm just gonna remove it all and then put it all back down. This will hopefully be the last ritual I need to do with occultism. I mean, I am gonna have to do it like 4 times. I need yellow chalk! Okay, I have yellow chalk. Oof. For a second I thought I didn't have it, and I was like, I am so annoyed that I need another chalk I don't have. I have to go through a whole nother ritual for this, but no, I'm good. We're good. We're good. Okay. 0 out of 85. That is where I want to be. Let me remove the gray chalk I already had down. And we will get started. Gray chalk. Here. 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 And here. Okay. White chalk goes here, 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 and here. Yellow chalk. Okay. Okay. Lime chalk. Okay. Red chalk. And then orange chalk. And then the skulls. And then the candles. And I just need some spirit attuned crystals. Sacrificial bowl, and I need 8 of these bowls down. Okay. Hold on, I'm missing something. What am I missing? What am I missing? I can't tell. Gray chalk glyph. What did I do wrong? The only thing I added was these bowls. The candles go there. The skulls go there. Yeah. I don't know. That's a little weird. It says I'm missing one. Spiritomb Crystal. Spiritomb Crystal. Yellow. Yellow. Lime, lime. I don't know. Found it. You can't see the gray on that blue block. That's annoying. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know I need a Spiritomb Crystal. Need Pork Chop, Netherrack, Netherite, Leather. Netherrack, Netherite, Leather, and Pork Chop. And then I guess we'll grab the model framework. And my deep mob. There it is. Okay. Let's summon this once. And what sacrifice does it need? Pig. Okay. Diamond. Pig, spawn egg. Okay. I think I needed 3? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2. 1. Then I need the Afreet. Go finding Afreet. Yeah. I do not have high hopes. Okay. But here it goes. I cannot do that. Okay. Look at that. He gave me my piece of ancient debris back. Okay. Waste of my time. But I had a feeling it would be. So let's do the ghast instead. Because I can craft ghast spawn eggs. We are not doing this in my home. We're going to the Nether. Alrighty. On the ghast, model framework. Ghast framework done. I think the only way that I'm going to be able to get the Hoglin framework is if I spawn in a bunch, like I create an area for mobs to spawn in the Nether. So I'm not excited to do that. Hello everybody, that is the end of episode 17. If you did enjoy, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified the next time I upload. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.